Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe. Look who's sitting in an airport.
Well, I tell you can barely see her because she's lost 164 plus pounds now. What is it? What's the accurate number?
I'm still hovering at 164. I'll go up, I'll come down, maybe go up 2-3 pounds, come down. So I'm still at the 164 mark.
Way to go. Wow.
My gracious.
Thank you.
And we've been watching this since you began in 2018.
Yeah.
And I'm simply amazed. I mean, you can do anything, and I think you've done everything.
She is Wonder Woman. That's all there is to it. She is
Wonder Woman. We're going to talk about now. She's on the Woman's World magazine. We'll talk about that in a second. She, of course, author, speaker, and founder of Lean Warrior Weight Loss Program. We're going to talk about some books that she has out. It's taken some sweat equity for her. I remember watching on the Facebook, and she would just religiously work out, the way she eats, the way she handles herself with I mean, how does she do it? Well, let's ask her.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I want to know, first of all, how did you get into how did they find out about you? Woman's World magazine. How did they find out about you?
Actually, they found my YouTube channel, and they reached out to the email contact that's on my YouTube channel and said, hey, we've watched your videos, we've read some of your story out here, and we would like to interview you. And so that's how it took off. They interviewed me, but I told them the story about Mom, and they went, we want to interview your mom. And then it became all about Mom. And I was like, they don't want to talk to me. They want to talk to you.
Of course. Yeah.
Now, is that this month? When is that released? When was that?
Actually, it's still in stores, but it was the January 24th edition. So It was last week's edition. That's still in stores, hard to find in some areas, but it's still out there.
So what was your reaction when you got that email? You're like, Woman's World wants to interview me.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the story on that one. It was definitely a place of gratitude, because almost a year and a half before that, I was in a Publix store, grocery store, at the checkout counter, picked up the Woman's World magazine. It was an article about weight loss, and I spoke out loud. I held this magazine in my hand, and I said, I'm going to be in this magazine one day. And then I said, no, I'm going to be on the cover of this magazine one day.
Look at you.
And it was just like that. Almost a year and a half. It manifested, and I spoke at it, and I've spoken a whole lot of other stuff too.
Wow. Show us the cover there. We want to see you.
Yeah. This is Denise King now. Look at that.
Look at you.
This is me and Mom. My soon to be 84.
Look at Mama.
Mom is looking really good.
Now Mom is 84 years young.
Yep.
Right? Look at that.
Yep. Mom turns 84 in a few days. February 7th is her birthday. So celebrating her. I've asked everyone to get a copy of this magazine, to take a quick picture of themselves holding it, because I'm doing this major collage, and it's like hundreds of people have responded and done that. Wow. So I'm surprising. Well, she's probably finding out now, but I'm giving it to her as a birthday present.
Now, I gotta go find a copy now, because I want to be in a picture.
Please do that for me.
I actually have to go to the store when I'm off the air, and so now I'm going to look for that particular one. And if they don't have it up, maybe they have one that actually didn't get sold. I mean, I know that's rare. Yeah. But I'll check and see, and then I'll take a picture as well.
Please.
Yeah.
Wow,
please,
is that
would love it.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is an awesome blessing that I just thank God for.
Now, what have you
lightly.
heard from folks that have said that maybe people didn't know? They knew you, but they didn't know the story. They're in the line checking out, and they're like, "Is that
looks like Denise King?
Is that Denise King and her mama?"
Well, Mom is actually getting all those phone calls of people. Just yesterday, a lady that she knows in Atlanta, I think, was at the checkout counter. Same thing. And she goes, wait a minute, that lady looks familiar. I know her. And then she realized who it was. She called her right away. So we're getting some of that. We're definitely, one of my nieces actually hadn't heard within the family that this had happened. And she called and she said, Auntie, I'm at the Kroger at such and such, and I see you and Grandma on the cover of a magazine.
That's awesome. That is
yeah,
awesome.
it's been a lot of fun. It really has been.
Now, Denise is stuck in the Denver airport at the moment trying to get out because there's 9 inches of snow. Are people there just flocking around you saying, hey, I want your autograph?
No, not quite.
That's not what they're saying.
Not
Okay.
quite. No, and there's not that many people in the airport, which is why I was able to sit in this restaurant in the corner and do this interview with you guys. So it's actually working out to my favor.
Good.
Well, if Mama were there, then they would have a crowd around, and they'd be wanting to talk to her.
Yeah, exactly. She would draw all the attention.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. Denise King, author, speaker, and founder of Lean Warrior Weight Loss Program, and about 3 books that are out, including a cookbook. Where do you want to begin with this, Denise? How'd you get the idea? This is fairly new, the Lean Warrior, right? Is this new?
Well, interestingly enough, I started this program exactly 5 months into my journey. It was the first month, and I lost 17 pounds, and I heard God say, I need you to reach more people. And of course, that within that month, I started working with my mom, but I heard God say, I need you to reach more people. And I began just using my background and skills in what I do. And I said, I am going to craft and package what I'm doing. Thousands of hours of research went into this program. And so March of 2019, I released what was then called Keto with Denise. Mm-hmm. It's an online membership program, and I've just continued to upgrade, update, evolve it over time and make it more robust with meal. It always had meal plans, recipes, and all of that. So I've been adding to what we offer in the plan. One-on-one coaching, group coaching, all of those things are part of the program to help people really not just learn. It's 4 pillars that it's based on. It's based on nutrition, yes, but it's also education, it's accountability, and it's mindset, because everything starts with how we see it. And once we make that change, then people began to see that. I have people that have dropped 100 plus pounds, 60, 70, 80 pounds, and totally changed their lives. Totally. So it's been out there a while.
Now talk about the cookbook as well, because I'm all about cooking and I want some good recipes. So let's talk about the cookbook. Look at that.
Wow. Look at that.
Here she is. This is Cooking Keto. Baking Keto will be out in a couple of months.
Now, when I think keto, Denise, I don't think pancakes, and there's a stack of pancakes right there that look really good.
And they're keto. Good food, good eating. I don't put anything in the cookbook and the program that people have not already vetted and said this is crazy. And when my 84-year-old mom says food is good when she's owned her own restaurant before, thumbs up on it.
All right, there you go.
So it's all kinds of great, delicious, some quick and easy recipes that you'd be amazed that you can eat and lose the weight eating it.
Do you have a favorite recipe in there, Denise?
Yeah, I have a couple actually my go-to recipes. So I'll start with this is keto, but it's everyday food. It's my cheeseburger salad. It's a favorite go-to because I wouldn't have ever thought I would enjoy it without the bun, the bread. But there's bread in there. There's keto bread buns. There's keto biscuits. So whenever I do want the bun, then I'm going to have it. I'm going to bake it and have it. So it's the bulletproof hot chocolate for me. It's like hot chocolate, but it's loaded with fat, good fat. And for me, sipping that every day almost, it's like golden because you get the energy boost from it. And of course, the weight loss. Wow. So I love that. Yeah. And then of course, all my, everything in there, honestly, is fantastic, but I will do, those are some go-tos, quick go-tos because they're easy, but my smoothies are great. My cakes are great because I'm baking mom's cake this weekend. So you got to know she can still eat birthday cake. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Denise King, author, speaker, and founder of Lean Warrior Weight Loss Program. You mentioned fat. Now, I know that, we've talked about fat for years. So talk about fat a little bit because see here you're saying, all right, well, I'm drinking something that's fatty and look at me. So there are good fats
Mhm.
Are there bad fats? Just kind of walk
Well,
us through all that.
it's the quality of the fat. So keto is based on a high fat, moderate protein, low carb way of eating. And I say diet because people say, "Oh, I don't want to be on a diet." Listen,
Mhm.
the way you eat is your diet.
Right.
Diet means a way of eating. So if you're pescatarian, vegetarian, that's your diet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So when we talk about high fats, we're talking about quality fats. We're talking about your olive oils, your butters. And people say, "Well, I eat." Um, they might say, just give you an idea, fats from, I don't want to say garbage foods, but you've got fats in everything. But when you're talking about fried foods, that's
Mhm.
fatty, but that's not good fat. You
Right.
see what I mean?
Right.
So it's a matter of clean, wholesome eating. If you want something that has that crispy taste, air fryers, bake it and fry it from that standpoint, or pan fry it, pan sear it, is what I say. But the good fats that I'm talking about are fats that are found in your meats. All your meats are keto. Healthy fats. When I talk about butter, I'm talking about grass-fed, pasture-raised butters, not your I don't believe it's not butter stuff.
Because it's not butter.
Sorry, it's not. It's just not that stuff. So it's a matter of being selective too. So this is a healthy keto program that I've established because you can eat meat and it's keto, but then let's make it clean. So I don't compromise with because I like chicken. I eat chicken, but I want to eat organic chicken. Do I eat it all the time organic? Nope, because when you're in the restaurant, they're not serving you organic chicken. They're
Yeah.
not. So I won't say that I don't eat non-organic products. That's just my choice, is to
Mhm.
make it as clean as possible. But really, when you talk about keto, like now in this restaurant, an omelet, a veggie omelet, an omelet with salmon in it, an omelet with whatever meat in it, it's keto
Mhm.
all day.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the big deal that people say, well, I can't do it? And yeah, you're doing it. But the problem is the high carbs that you're putting with it.
Mhm.
It
Yep.
just didn't work. Mhm.
Mhm.
Denise King, founder of the Lean Warrior weight loss program. All right, let's talk a little bit about now. You were exercising like a mad woman. Are you still exercising like crazy?
I love the workout, but I also recognize that the exercise is only 15% of my journey.
Oh,
It's the
wow.
food that I eat. Yeah, so
Okay.
I work out because I love the cardio component. Because remember, and when I started doing this, I was 299 pounds.
Mm.
I couldn't even walk up the stairs without being winded. And now I'm running marathons and
Wow.
I've done 16 half marathons and one marathon in that. Well, the half marathons was just within a almost 2 year period. July of 2020 is when I started running half marathons,
Mm.
and I've done 16 since. So it's, for me, it's the conditioning, it's the fitness level that I get from the exercise that I absolutely love because I'm doing things I've never done before.
Mm. Now, Denise, you also see, or at least I've seen a lot of commercials lately about the psychology of dieting. How much is of your program is looking at it and it through psychologically?
Oh my gosh, mindset, that's where it all begins. It really does. If this is not determined to go one day at a time, that it's not about, oh, I want to be a size 2, a size 4. It's never been about that for me. It's been about, I want my health back. I want to get
Hmm.
off blood pressure medicine. I don't want to be winded when I'm walking or pain in my ankles like I talk about because 299 pounds was barreling down on them. I didn't want that, but I'm going to tell you this. When my mom was sick and I was there taking care of her and watching her health deteriorate, I was like, that can be me. That's going to be me. Who would take care of me? I
Mm.
didn't want anybody to have to take care of me. And it was like that experience, that visitation is what I call from God to say that I was out of control, eating those peanut M&Ms, which don't get me started. But but now, so when I talk to people as they join the program, it is about the mental aspect of saying, I'm doing this one day at a time. Don't look 3 weeks, a month, or the special event that's coming up. Can't do that. That was the old way.
Mm-hmm.
But I also can say this to you. Learning that I was addicted to sugar and the impact of sugar on the body and why I was craving the crazy stuff I was eating, it broke it all for me. It was the education,
Mm-hmm.
and it helped the mindset.
Wow.
Denise King, author, speaker, and founder of Lean Warrior Weight Loss Program. You can go to leanwarriorweightloss.com to find out more. 3 books: Fat Secrets Lifestyle, Fat Secrets Journal, and then the Cooking Keto cookbook she just mentioned. Then the
Look at that.
baking one coming out here. When did you say? A month? Couple of months?
Couple of months. It should be out by April. It's Baking Keto, the Lean Warrior Lifestyle. So it was supposed to be part of this 3-book series. So it was Cooking Keto, Baking Keto. So Baking Keto is coming next.
Mm.
Now,
And I love those baked items. So can't wait to see
They
that
are
one.
good. I was testing my cinnamon roll recipe the other night. So yeah, a lot of that's good stuff.
Yummy.
Now, the folks that you've had a number of folks be a part of the program. Do you have a story or two, real quick, of
Oh my
somebody that
gosh.
has just revolutionized their lives?
Oh my gosh. I have a member in the group, and I'll call her T. She's lost over 100 pounds. When I first met her, because some people will sign up for the one-on-one coaching. And I heard the desperation in her voice and in her face, because we were on camera and Zoom. Her journey started a year ago, January. And I heard in her voice the desperation for this turn to be the right time for her. She said she found me on YouTube, and she just said it was something that she heard. Well, listen, she went all in. She dropped her 100 pounds before her year anniversary as well. So talk about transformation. And it's a lifestyle. And that's what I tell people. This wasn't an opportunity to say I dropped the weight for saying it. She is transformed. She was beautiful before. She is stunning, because it's almost like we come alive again, because you've reached that part of yourself where you say, I can do anything. I really can. And so she's actually just morphing into even more of this just awesome woman. And so I love the stories when I get excited to hear my members talk about their journey and how they dropped this weight and transformed, because it's not just the weight, it's the other areas of life that start to line up better. The things you've always wanted to do, thought about doing. It's like a boldness that comes alive in you. And that's what I hear with a lot of my members.
Now, Denise, it's been a spiritual journey for you as well. What is God teaching you recently, just through all of this?
Ooh, that's a loaded one. It's such a good one. Oh, I can tell you some stories here. To trust him, to trust him. Don't expect it to come from any other source but him. Don't get ahead of him. Stay aligned with the vision that he's given me. Don't get frustrated because it didn't go the way you thought it should go, or these are not, following the program that you thought it was going to be. Don't trust that. Don't put your hope and trust in that. Put it in me. And I had to be reminded just recently of that fact. And I had to repent because, I got upset and I was like looking at the wrong thing. And so I had to regroup. Yeah. So it's keeping my faith and hope in him and what the vision that he has already established for my life in this program. I was in prayer this morning. I pray for every person that joins the program. I see when somebody joins and I go into prayer for that person immediately. I pray for all my members, even this morning, calling out certain ones by name, but calling all members and asking God to grant the wisdom, the strength, the endurance, the focus, the breaking those distractors, that they can reach the goals that they came in here to accomplish. And I believe he hears and he answers. And that's what I expect to see.
Wow.
You have got to be pumped too. I remember talking with you several years ago about your mama. And once she started the program, she had, I think, high blood pressure, if I remember correctly, and some other things. And basically because her diet changed, her lifestyle changed, she was not dependent on some of those medications.
Yeah, Rick, good memory. Mom was on 22 medications a day. Mom's heart function was only 25%. Mom was diagnosed with non-alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver that doctors said to me even was not reversible. Mom was struggling to breathe. And so she was really dying. She really was. And see, I get so emotional.
Mhm.
Whew, when I talk about my mom's journey more than my own, because I saw her struggling to breathe. I saw her stomach so extended, as though she was 8, 9 months pregnant because of the fluid from her liver backing up into her abdominal cavity. But when I said to my mom a month into my journey that, Mom, I've researched this and I'm certain the root cause of these issues is related to sugar and carbs, and I can help reverse this. And my mom looked at me square in the eye and she said, I said, Mom, if you trust me, I can help you. And she looked at me and she said, baby, I want to live. I will do whatever you tell me to do. And my mom has been doing that ever since. And I will tell you, within the year, my mom, blood pressure, high cholesterol, acid reflux, all that stuff. Within a year and a half, the reversal of cirrhosis of the liver. My mom, the doctors are shocked that her liver enzymes are normal. That fluid that she held in her belly was gone. That fluid that was over her body that she was in and out of the hospital with, gone. And here's the other kicker. Her heart function improved from 25 to 45%. She is 5 points away from normal heart function.
Wow.
And that right there, listen, whew, I'm going to tell you, I can shout in this airport right now.
Praise God.
When I think about it, I give him the glory. Yes.
And it's no wonder she's the star of the Woman's World magazine.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Check it out. I am going today. I'm going to find that magazine. LeanWarriorWeightLoss.com is the place to go to. As always, Denise, a great time with you. We got to catch up with you. Let's catch up with you when that next book comes out, and we'll talk more. Again, you can go to LeanWarriorWeightLoss.com. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.